couldn't imagine without the law to the legal personality, to legal person. So this one is very important. So that's why consistent theory says that yes, the law and legal personality has the relationship. It has the relationship because without law, there is the relationship between government and the law. So government creates the law, sovereign authority creates the law, and law creates the legal entity. So that's why, on the basis of the Companies Act, the statutory provision, we create to the law. Without the law, we can create to the legal personality. So that's why, yes, consistent theory says that the companies or legal enterprises or any legal entities are the creation of the state. This is the result of the state. So that's why consistent theory is concerned with the sovereignty of the state. Sovereignty of the state creates to the law, and law creates to the legal entity. So it has the connection. The state creates to the law first, and the first creates the state to the law, and the law creates to the legal entity. So we can't imagine to the legal person without the law. So that's why, yes, what we have said, what we have studied in the corporate personality of the company, it is just a result of the law. It is just a creation of the law. It is just a creation or result of the statutory provision. Okay, that is the legal provision. So that's why consistent theory says that yes, legal entities are creation of the law. It is the result of the sovereign authority. It has the connection with the sovereignty. State creates to the legal enterprises. State creates to the company. So this theory says that, consistent theory says that, yes, the companies are the result of the sovereign exercise of the sovereign authority. The legal entities are the creation and the result of the statutory provision. So we could not imagine to the companies and the legal personality without the law and legal provision. So law creates from the state. Law comes from the state. Sovereign authority makes the law, and the law makes to the, on the basis of these law enacted by the sovereign authority, we create to the legal entity. Okay, so consistent theory says that yes, legal persons or legal entities or the companies are just a creation of the states and sovereign authority. The companies are the creation or result of the sovereign authority, and sovereign authority makes and enacts the law, and law creates to the company. So that's why legal entities are the result. Ultimately, it is the result of the state. The state recognizes to the legal personality. So state gives the recognition to the legal validity and legality to the legal personality. So this is the conceptual framework of the concession theory to the corporate personality. This is second one. Similarly, now the next is the realist theory. Yes, realist theory says that yes, this theory has been especially developed by Girke, okay, Mehta and Girke. Yes, realist theory is also known as organic theory. Organic theory refers that in reality, in the creation of law, in reality, it is also the personality. Yes, in reality, it exercises its legal personality because the company, once we create it by law, it has exercised different rights because it can enter into a contract, it can have a bank account in its own name, and it can have a different rights and duties. It can exercise different rights and duties to the, with its clients and different shareholders. So that's why we can say in reality, yes, legal person are the person, they have the personality and it is a legal person. It is a person in reality. Law says that in reality, it is a person because it can exercise different rights and duties. So that's why in reality, it is a person. Realist theory says that. So realist theory says that, especially this theory has been propounded by the Girke and Maitland as well also, their contribution for the development of this theory. And this theory says that, yes, the supporter of this theory says that, this theory says that the corporation is having all its characteristics just like the natural person. As like to the natural person, it has their characteristics and personality, yes, because it can hold the property. It can own the property in its own name. It can buy the property. It can purchase and sell the property in its name. As to the human being, human being, it can exercise different forms of the right. So on this basis, we can say that yes, the realist theory says that in reality, it has the personality. In reality, it can exercise different rights as to the human being, because corporations are ultimately operated by the human being, but it has endured with the basic beautiful its features and characteristics. So that's why on the basis of these characteristics, they exercise different rights because it can sue and be sued. It can't eat and it can't speak as to the human being, but it can sue and be sued in its own name. It has a different bank account. It can enter into a contract. It can exercise the different various rights as to the human being. So in reality, it is a person. Reality study says that it is a person in reality. Okay, and so in further says that yes, juristic person are not the fictitious and also do not require the recognition of the state. The study says that yes, the people may believe that yes, juristic person can't recognize the recognition of the state. But the study says that yes, the reality study also emphasizes that the law has no power to create the entirety. The study says that law has no power to create entirety, but merely the having the rights recognized to refer the recognition of as an entity. Only they have the state has the right to create the law. A state has right to create the law. A state can create the law. A state can enact the law, and law creates the legal entity. So, as opposed to the another theory, realist theory says that as to the human being, it has the different rights. It can exercise the various forms of rights. So that's why realist theory says that as to the human being, it can exercise various forms of rights. Right to hold the property, can to visual, perpetual succession, such kinds of rights they can exercise. So that's why we can say legal personality. Realist theory says that it has the legal personality. So that's why in reality it is a person. So in realist theory, yes, contended that the action the corporation is deemed to be carried out it's in its own similar to the way of the normal person. As to the normal human being, it can exercise different rights in its own name, not by the agent or the representative. Now required to be represented to regulate the corporate personality. If this theory says that yes, those incapable of such a yes, infant and insane, yes, it doesn't require any agent. It after recognition, after the incorporation, it can exercise better rights. So that's why in reality it is as to the human being, it is a person. So this is the concept of the realist person. And next one is a symbolic theory. Symbolic theory says that yes, as as a symbolically we can say it is person. This theory also known as the bracket theory. Bracket theory because people come together, they they create the company, they register the company, and they stay in together. They come together, they stay in a bracket. Symbolic theory, it has the symbol, it has a common seal. Common seal refers to it has a certain symbol and signature and sign. So on the basis of this common seal, they exercise and they transact their business with other party. Companies transact their business with other party and the third party with this symbolic theory. The symbolic theory also known as bracket theory. Bracket theory refers to those are people who have the common interest. Those are the people who have the common purpose and objectives. They come together voluntarily. They come together voluntarily and they establish to the company. There is the concept of symbolic theory. So symbolic theory refers to yes, it is related to the bracket theory. Bracket theory refers that people come together, they establish the company. Those are the people who have the common interest. They stay together and they establish the company. And they have the common seal. Common seal refers to a kind of the bracket. Common seal is it gives the validity to and legality to the any transaction and business of any legally traded company. So that's why symbolic theory says that people come together, they stay together. This related to the bracket theory. Those the people who have common interest, who have the common purpose, who have common strategy and common policy and common objective. They come together, they establish the company. There is the concept of the symbolic theory. So that's why symbolic theory people come together, stay together, and as a symbolically, they use the sign as a common seal. Common seal is a sign. It's a kind of the trademark. It is a sign and symbol to the company to transact their business with other party. So that's why common seal recognized as a symbolic to the common purpose of the group of the people. So group of the people come together. Voluntarily, the association of people come together, they run the business. So as a symbolically, they use the common seal to transact the business with other party. So that's why symbolic theory says that symbolically it's a kind of the person as bracketry. So that's why the theory is propounded by the symbolic theory is propounded by the Rodot Reiter Mount Eyring. So Eyring has developed this theory. As we have studied in jurisprudence, yes, the Eyring developed the concept of the interest theory. Those are the people who have the common interest, they come together, they start the company. So that's why the symbolic theory is developed, or the bracket theory, we could say, the symbolic theory or the bracket theory. is developed or propounded by the Carl von Arning. So Arning has developed this theory. Those people who have common interests come together, they establish a company. There is the concept of the symbolic theory. So that's why symbolic theory says that, yes, they work as a symbolically. Those the people who have common interests, they register the company, they incorporate to the legal entity, and they exercise their business with their symbol. That is the common seal. Okay, common seal as a representative. Common seal is a recognition. Common seal is a symbol of the common people, like those people who have the common interest. It's a symbol of their interest. So common seal is a symbol of their interest. So that's why the symbolic theory or the pragmatic theory says that those the people, group of people voluntarily comes together who have a common interest, they establish the company that creates the legal entity. So that's why symbolic theory gives the recognition to the legal entity or the corporate personality, recognition to the corporate personality. Okay, so symbolic theory says that the common interest, people who have common interest, they come together, they establish the company, they run the business in their one name. That is the common seal. Common seal is a representative of the symbolic. Okay, symbolically they could see. So that's why symbolically common seal gives the validity, legality, and the legitimacy of any business, any transaction of a company in its own name. So that's why it can transact the business in its own name after incorporation. In the post incorporation, company can transact and it can act as to the human being. It can transact the business in its own name. That is the concept of the symbolic theory. Is the first one. Okay, and the next, yes, the purpose theory. Purpose theory, yes, purpose theory developed by the brains. This one is very simple. Purpose theory developed by the brains. Purpose refers to a common objective because in the company there is objective we have included in the MOA, memorandum of the association, where the objectives of the company are included. That's why purpose theory says that who have the common purpose, who have the common objectives, they come together, they establish to the company. This one is very simple. So purpose theory says that those are the people who have common interest and common purpose. Because the companies or public enterprises or any entity, legal entity we establish to meet a certain purpose. Because company may have different purpose. Different company may have different objectives in their purposes. Companies are established to regulate their business in their own limited areas. So that's why numbers of companies are established to regulate its business and to regulate their business in their different areas. So it says that the purpose theory, those the people or those the individuals who have the common purpose, they come together. And after establishing the company, after incorporation of the company, it gets its legal personality and they have to work to meet their objective. What is the objective? Because the objectives of the company has been included and it has been included in the MOA, this memorandum of the association. And objectives may be in the Companies Act. So especially objectives of the companies are included or written in the MOA, memorandum of the association of the company. So that's why all the agents of the company should have to be worked to meet these objectives. Maybe there is a BOD, board of director in the company, there is employees in the company, numbers of stakeholders there in the company, they work their business to meet these objectives. So that's why objectives are included in the MOA. MOA is a basic charter and document. So to meet these objectives and to meet the purpose, the people or any agent or any BOD, board of director of the company should have to work. They have to work in these areas. So that's why those the people who have the common purpose could establish the company and they have to work to meet these objectives and the purposes. So that's why the purpose theory claims the juristic person is not constituted around of the person based on the object and purpose. It is always constructed with the based as a certain objectives, is to meet the certain objectives and purpose. So juridical person or any juristic person have their own objectives. They are established with the objectives because the concept of the MOA and AOA is there. So to meet these objectives, these juridical persons are incorporated and these are registered by the people and they come together. So purpose theory says that yes, every company has their one purpose, one objective after establishing of it. So the agent or their representative or their employee which they have deployed there has to be worked to meet these objectives. Okay, that is purpose theory says that every company have their one purpose and one objective. Those the people who have common objective and purpose, they come together, they establish the company. That is the concept of purpose theory. And Next one is the group personality or theory on institutional theory. Group personality or institutional theory. This institutional theory says that yes, institutionally it is it has to be recognized because group personality theory refers that yes, there is a two concept. First one is corporate soul and corporate aggregate. Group personality says that yes, this theory is also known as an institutional theory. Institutional theory is that company is a kind of institution because it is a kind of institution after incorporation. It gets its legal personality. So this exponent of this theory was the Horiant has developed this theory, and this theory has its own basis on the collection of the art look. It is a kind of the collection of the arts look, collection of the members of the society, the group of people. So it says that the individual integrates into a association or and they becomes part of it. Every the individuals person to person come together. So a group of people come together, they form the institution. So that's why we call it as institutional theory or the group personality theory. Group personality theory refers that group of people come together. Group of people associates together. They come together. So that's why the concept of corporate soul and corporate associate or corporate aggregate has been developed. So corporate aggregate says that the numbers of the group of people come together, they form the company, they establish the company. This theory says that as a group of people come together, establish the company. So that's why we imagine to any public enterprise or in trading, more than two or more than two people, maybe there are. So to run the business or any company, there may be two or more than two people are there. They are working. So a group of people come together. Group of people invest certain money. Group of people promotes the company. And numbers of the people, more than two people, promotes the company. They are considered as a subscriber. They may have a subscriber share to the company. They are the promoter and they establish the company. There is a promoter shareholder, two or more than two people come together, they establish the company. So that's why the group personality theory or institutional theory says that. This institutional theory says that yes, the group of people comes together, they establish the company. So that's why company is a group of people. It's association of the people. That's why we can say. So that's why this theory says that the group of people, those who have common interest, they come together, they establish the company. So in company there is numbers of the people. Numbers of people come together, they promote the company. They are considered as promoter and a subscriber shareholder. So that's why more than two persons are there to establish the company. That is the group personality theory. Okay. Yes. These are the various theories and there is concepts of the corporate personality. Corporate personality theory has been developed in this way. Corporate personality ko siddhanta, purpose theory, group theory, and there is fiction theory, realist theory, symbolic theory, such kinds of theories are there. यी विभिन्न सिद्धान्तले के भन्छ भने कम्पनीको कर्पोरेट पर्सनालिटी यसरी डेभलप भएको हामी पाउँछौँ र त्यो कर्पोरेट पर्सनालिटीको यो सिद्धान्तको आधारमा उनीले रिकग्निसन पाइराखेको हुन्छ. Yes, we have studied that. Yes, in company it is a group of people. हामीले पढ्यौं company is a business vehicle and there is common objective. जहाँ common objective हुन्छ group of people. Objective को विषयमा purpose theory ले भन्छ. Okay, and fiction theory भन्छ it is a kind of the creation of law, imagination of the law. ल भयो भने मात्रै कम्पनी हुन सक्छ भन्छ फिक्सन थ्योरीले. कानुनको इमेजिनेसन बिना हामी कम्पनीको परिकल्पनै गर्न सक्दैनौँ भन्छ. त्यसलाई फिक्सन थ्योरीले त्यो भन्छ. एन्ड कन्सेसन थ्योरीले भन्छ यस दोज द पिपल हु हेभ कमन इन्ट्रेस्ट, जोसँग साझा उद्देश्य छ, साझा इन्ट्रेस्ट छ, उनीहरू सँगै आउँछन् र कम्पनी इस्टाब्लिस गर्छन् भन्छ. त्यो चाहिँ कन्सेसन थ्योरीले भन्छ. ब्राकेट थ्योरीले भन्छ आइरिङले डेभलप गरेको कन्सेप्ट. सो कन्सेसन थ्योरी ब्राकेट थ्योरीले भन्छ दोज द पिपल हु हेभ कमन, यस इट इज common interest, they come together. And constitution theory bhन्छ state creates the legal entity. State creates the legal entity. It's a legal entity or legal persons are a creation of the state, because without state we can't imagine to the law. State बिना हामी law को परिकल्पना पनि गर्न सक्दैन. त्यसैले कानुनलाई राज्यले निर्माण गर्दछ. जहाँ राज्य भयो भने मात्रै कानुन निर्माण हुन्छ. त राज्य बिना कानुनको परिकल्पना पनि गर्न सक्दैन. त्यसैले राज्यले कानुन निर्माण गर्छ र त्यो कानुनको आधारमा लिगल इन्टरप्राइजहरू कम्पनीहरू बन्ने गर्दछ भन्छ कन्स्टिट्युसन थ्योरीले त्यो भन्छ. सो कन्स्टिट्युसन थ्योरीले यस लिगल पर्सन अर द कम्पनी आर द रिजल्ट अफ द स्टेट, यो स्टेटको रिजल्ट हो भन्छ. त्यसलाई कन्स्टिट्युसन थ्योरीले त्यो भन्छ. एन्ड नेक्स्ट वान इज द्याट यस दिस इज रियलिस्ट थ्योरी. इन रियालिटी इट इज अ पर्सन. एज टु द ह्युमन बिइङ, यो पनि त मान्छे हो नि. ह्युमन बिइङ जस्तै यो पनि त मान्छे हो. मान्छेले जस्तै खान सक्दैन, बोल्न सक्दैन, तर डिफ्रेन्ट कर्पोरेट पर्सनालिटीको राइटले एक्सर्साइज गर्न सक्छ. यसले मान्छेले जस्तै करार गर्न सक्छ, इन्टर इन्टु अ कन्ट्र्याक्ट. यसको आफ्नै सेपरेट ब्याङ्क अकाउन्ट हुन्छ, आफ्नो नाममा मुद्दा चलाउन सक्छ, मुद्दा खेप्न सक्छ, अनि यसले यो कम्पनीले आफ्नो नाममा सम्पत्ति भोग चलन गर्न सक्छ, आर्जन गर्न सक्छ, खरिद बिक्री गर्न सक्छ, अनि कसै पर्सन भएन. So that's why realist theory says that yes, in reality it is a person. There is no doubt. त्यसरी भन्छ. Okay, realist theory. Next, the symbolic theory. Symbolic theory says that a kind of it is bracket theory. Bracket, common interest, people who have common interest, common purpose, interest मिलेको व्यक्तिहरू एक ठाउँमा आउने त हो नि voluntarily. कम्पनी भनेको voluntarily establish गर्ने. त्यसले जसको समान इन्ट्रेस्ट छ, त्यो समान इन्ट्रेस्ट भएको व्यक्तिहरू एकै ठाउँमा आउँछन् र उनीहरूले कम्पनी स्थापना गर्छन् भन्छ. सिम्बोलिक थ्योरीले त्यो भन्छ. So that's why bracket theory says that yes, they have the bracket, they have the common seal. ब्राकेटमा रहिसकेपछि कम्पनीको आफ्नो साझा छाप हुन्छ र त्यो साझा छाप भनेको कमन सिल भन्छौँ हामी. त्यो छापको आधारमा उनीहरूले आफ्नो ट्रान्ज्याक्ट गर्छ, बिजनेस गरिराखेको हुन्छ. अनि ग्रुप अफ पिपललाई प्रतिनिधित्व गर्ने सिम्बोल के हो त भन्दाखेरि कम्पनीको छाप. त्यसको आधारमा यसले आफ्नो ट्रान्ज्याक्ट गर्छ. कम्पनीले आफ्नो छाप प्रयोग गरेर गरेको कुनै बिजनेसहरू त्यसले लिगालिटी प्राप्त गर्छ, त्यसले भ्यालिडिटी प्राप्त गर्न सक्छ भन्छ. सिम्बोलिक थ्योरीले त्यो भन्छ. ओके, थर्ड वान. एन्ड फोर्थ वान इज द्याट यस, दिस पर्पज थ्योरी सेज द्याट, ब्रिजले डेभलप गरेको कन्सेप्ट हो. पर्पज थ्योरी सेज द्याट यस, कमन पर्पज र अब्जेक्टिभ हुन्छ नि कम्पनी. किन प्रबन्ध पत्र नियमावली त हामी बनाउँछौँ. प्रबन्ध पत्रमा कम्पनीको सम्पूर्ण अब्जेक्टिभ वी हेभ इन्क्लुडेड देयर. सो द्याट्स वाइ अन द बेसिस अफ दिस पर्पज थ्योरी इट हेज द कमन पर्पज एन्ड अब्जेक्टिभ. यसको कमन अब्जेक्टिभ र पर्पज हुन्छ भन्छ. त्यसको आधारमा हामी काम गर्छौँ. And next one is group personality theory. Group personality theory says that institutional theory says that it's common. Those group of people come together, they establish the company. Voluntarily come together, more than two people, two or more than two people. So we have the two different concepts, corporate soul and corporate aggregate. एकजना व्यक्तिले पनि कम्पनी इस्टाब्लिस गर्न सक्छ. कम्पनी एकजना व्यक्तिले इस्टाब्लिस गरे पनि रन गर्ने बेलामा त दुई वा दुई भन्दा व्यक्तिहरू हुन्छ. So that's why group of personality is there. So a group of personality, a group of people come together, they run the company, they operate the company. So a group of personality says that this concept. So on the basis of these various theories, the concept of corporate personality has been developed. Your corporate personality on the basis of these theories, the concept of the corporate personality or features of the corporate personality has been developed. With these theories, the different concepts of the features of the corporate personality, can you and be sued, company have the common seal, it has this can you and be sued, it has this separate legal entity, independent legal existence. Such kinds of theories has been. These theories has the connection with the features of the corporate personality. This theories has connection and relevant. It has the relevancy with the basic features of the corporate personality. Because of the development of these theories, the legal personality and the features of the basic characteristics of the corporate personality has been developed. Your corporate personality को theory को विकास सँगसँगै company को independent legal personality को characteristics र feature विकास भएको हामी पाउँछौँ. So it has the connection. So with these theories, the features of corporate personality or the characteristics of the corporate personality has been developed. त्यो पनि विकास भएको हामी पाउँछौँ. Okay, and there is the new and another topic that is lifting the corporate veil or piercing the corporate veil. I'll just only deal to introductory part. थोरै म भन्छु lifting the corporate veil and then we'll continue tomorrow. Lifting the corporate veil is an opposite concept of the corporate personality. What we have said in the corporate personality, yes, company has the different legal personality, but lifting the veil is opposite concept. Lifting the veil and independent corporate personality to lifting the veil को बीचमा आकाश र जमिनको फरक छ. Because it is the exceptional theory of the independent legal personality. What we have studied in the independent legal personality and concept of the lifting the veil is different. Lifting the veil is the any individuals who are working in the company, if they act against the law, at the time the court can lift the veil. At the time the statutory provision or the parliament can lift the veil. There are two entities who lift the veil of the corporate personality. Corporate personality को lift veil गर्ने दुईटा निकाय छ. First one is judiciary, next is the parliament. Parliament by making or enacting the law, legal provision, statutory provision ले veil lift गर्न सक्छ. Next one is the judiciary. अदालत र पार्लियामेन्टले अर्थात् ल बनाएर मात्रै corporate personality को veil lift गर्न सक्छ भन्छ judiciary. So that's why lifting the corporate veil भने घुम्टो उगार्ने खाए. घुम्टो किन उगार्छ भन्दाखेरि पहिला independent corporate personality को रूपमा they are endowed with the independent corporate personality, and sometimes any person who are working in the company, they are act against the law. At the time the court can lift the veil and they see the real situation in enter into a contract, into a company. Company भित्र उनीहरूले भेल लिफ्ट गरेर त्यसको रियल सिचुएसन के हो त्यसलाई पत्ता लगाउँछ. जस्तै विशाल बजार कम्पनी एज एक्जाम्पल टु द विशाल बजार कम्पनी वी क्यान से विशाल बजार कम्पनीकै केसमा के भयो भने भेल लिफ्ट कर्पोरेसन भित्र बसेर त्यहाँको सिइओहरूले मासिक कम्पनीसँग 1 लाखमा भाडामा लिएर 1 लाखमा अरूलाई बढेर 2 लाखमा भाडामा सटर दियो. त्यो त गैर कानुनी कार्य हो भनेर कोर्टले भन्यो. सो द्याट्स वाइ एनी एक्ट which is done by any individuals or any employee or any board of director in the company, those who is not best interest of the company and which is against the corporate good governance, at the time the court can lift the bill. So that's why we can say lifting the veil, corporate bill or piercing the corporate bill. In Nepali, humto ugarne कार्य भन्छौँ हामीलाई. They lift the bill and they see the real situation in the company. So that's why in the name of corporate personality, no one has the right to act against the corporate good governance and the basic principles of the corporate personality. So that's why in the case of Solomon as well, yes, Solomon, your bail has been lifted. The bail of the Solomon and Solomon company is lifted by the House of Lords. And say Solomon, yes, there is the different act. There is the 7 members from the same your family backgrounds are there as a shareholder of the company. And you said that company went into insolvent and you have taken the debt from the operative, so it has to be paid out because the court lift the bail of the corporate personality. Sometimes, yes, any members and any employees of the company, if they act against the law at the time, court may lift the bail and find out the real situation of the company into an internal affairs of the company. What is the reality? What is happening there? This could see from the code. So that's why lifting the corporate bail is an exceptional concept and opposite concept of the corporate personality, independent corporate personality. So that's why in the name of independent corporate personality, no one has right to do any act against the law. No one has right to exercise the power beyond the law. At the time, the court can lift the bail. So this is the another concept. This is the exception concept. We'll see in detail tomorrow. Okay, next day. Yes, today the class is over for now. आजलाई यति नै गरौँ. Okay. First, I'll download your attendance. Wait for a while. के छ यहाँसम्म सोध्नुपर्ने केही छ? Regarding the concept of corporate personality theory, केही छ सोध्नुपर्ने? Any question? Any question, guys?
Sir.
Okay.
Sir, सुन्नु भएको छ मलाई?
Yes.
सर यो पर्पस थ्योरीको अन्डरमा चाहिँ त्यहाँ सब्जेक्टलेस प्रपर्टिज भन्ने टर्म फ्रेज युज भएको छ कर्पोरेसनलाई रिफर गर्नलाई. किन त्यो सब्जेक्टलेस प्रपर्टिज भनेर भनिएको अथवा त्यो फ्रेजले चाहिँ के सिग्निफाई गर्छ? सब्जेक्टलेस प्रपर्टिज भन्नुको अर्थ चाहिँ खासमा के हुन?
It means that purpose, it is under the purpose theory. Yes, purpose theory only stress on the objectives of the company. Okay, because entity may have the legal entity, it is based on the objective in the purpose. यो purpose मा बेस हुन्छ. यसले अरु सब्जेक्ट को विषयलाई हेर्दैन भन्छ. Because सब्जेक्ट को विषयमा there is, yes, company can own the property. There is another concept. Company can hold and buy and purchase the property in its own name. That is another concept. The only the purpose theory is based, its focus is on, yes, it is there may be property or may not be property of the company. Company को सम्पत्ति हुन पनि सक्छ नहुन पनि सक्छ. तर what is the objective? So yeah, it has to be focused on the objective. So that's why the subjectless money. यो चाहिँ त्यो आधारमा त्यो अर्थमा सब्जेक्टलेस हुन सक्छ है कम्पनी भनेको. यसले चाहिँ खाली कम्पनीले पर्पस मात्रै हेर्छ, पर्पसलाई मात्रै फोकस गर्छ. पर्पस कहाँ हुन्छ भन्दा कम्पनीको एमओए मा हुन्छ, प्रबन्ध पत्रमा हुन्छ. त्यसैले पर्पसलाई मात्रै हेर्नुस् र अब्जेक्टिभ र सब्जेक्टको विषयमा कम्पनीको प्रोपर्टी छ छैन, कम्पनी होइन भन्ने विषय नै होइन. त्यसैले अब्जेक्टिभ इटसेल्फ इज इनफ टु रिकग्नाइज द लिगल पर्सनालिटी अफ द कम्पनी. कम्पनीको लिगल पर्सनालिटी रिकग्नाइज गर्न अब्जेक्टिभ भए पुग्छ है. त्यसले कुनै अर्को सब्जेक्टिभ वस्तुहरू र कुनै अर्को त्यस्तो खालको इन्टाइटीहरू हेर्न जरुरी छैन. सो it is based on the objective. So that's why यसले property र entity को कुरा भने secondary matter. First one is the objective, then the property and other things are secondary matter. त्यस आधारमा भनेको. Okay, so it says that focus only on the objective. Because of the objective, company we can start. Without objective, we can't imagine to the company. This theory says. Okay, this theory. has differed by the degrees. Yes.